Disclaimer, if you are triggered by divination, astrology, tarot, and worldly discussions, this channel is not for you.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another reading. So we're going to be doing a very quick reading on Andrew Cuomo. He has recently just resigned as governor of New York. So a lot of people were hitting me up asking me to pull on this, and just before I start on this reading, I do want to just introduce myself. Hi, my name is Bianca, but most people know me as Miss J, and welcome to Wisdom and Light. If you are new here, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for stopping by. And before I begin with this reading, I do want to just say that these are topics that are very sensitive, and these are also topics that I honestly don't like pulling on my channel. That's why I haven't really touched base on R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, and all of those other people that are talked about for things like this, okay? Now, if you don't know what's going on, please feel free to pause this video and just go check out the news. It's all over the internet right now. He has recently resigned about an hour ago. I am filming this at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on August 10th, 2021. I believe he announced his resignation maybe about 2-3 hours ago. I don't know what time. I've just been asked to pull on this, so I said, why not? But just heads up, guys, I'm not going to go into detail on who's telling the truth and who isn't. I'm just going to be pulling on the outcomes surrounding all of this and what is to come going forward. So, all of this is kind of like a little warm-up before I do the world prediction video part 2, which is going to be touching base on the rest of this year and leading into 2022. All right, so got that all out of the way, and let's begin. So I want to see Andrew Cuomo's, if I'm saying his name wrong, please correct me in the comment section. I'm very good for ruining and butchering people's names. I don't mean any harm by it. So that's a little heads up. But what is the energy surrounding Andrew Cuomo? What is the energy surrounding him? What do we need to know? Okay. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups. Okay. We have the High Priestess. So I'm channeling and pulling on his energy. Remember, guys, I'm just neutrally reading this reading, okay? My opinion, I'm not going to have my opinion in this reading, so just take what you wish with this message. So what I'm seeing from his energy, from his point of view, he's actually very optimistic that this is going to, I don't want to say blow over, but he's optimistic that the truth is going to come out. And I say that because he truly believes that he didn't do anything wrong. I have the Three of Wands and I have the Ten of Cups followed by the High Priestess. So this is actually a deep knowing of him saying all of this is going to blow over. And this is happening to me because I was shaking the table and I was making change and I was making things happen. And this was their way of taking me down when I didn't even want to be. He has this energy of I could have became president, but I didn't want to become president. But because a lot of people were asking that of me in 2020, this is what they're doing to make sure that this doesn't happen. So even if I ever wanted to run for president, which I don't, because that's his energy, I keep hearing, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. It's like, we're going to do this so this doesn't happen. Now, I'm not saying that people are lying on him, but this is his point of view. I need to say this again. This is his point of view. This is his point of view. This is his point of view. I have to keep repeating myself because this is a sensitive topic and people tend to put words in my mouth. Hence why I don't like doing readings like this. But he feels that all of this is happening because if he had the opportunity to really rise and become the next president, it's now definitely not going to happen because of these accusations. Now, the Three of Wands, he felt that he had to make this decision because it wasn't going to get better. It was actually going to get worse. We have the Ten of Cups and we also have the High Priestess. Then we have Judgment. So this is going to go to court. This is going to take a life of his own. This isn't going to blow away. And he knows that. So right now he is going to be with his family. He is going to be healing. He is going to be surrounding himself with the people that he loves until it starts to get bigger and bigger. Okay? There is a woman that I'm picking up on. There is a woman that is happy that this is happening. She felt that he crossed the line. So I am seeing that It seems like he has one perspective and the woman has another perspective. And that's the thing about perspectives. Somebody can feel like it's one thing and then the other person can feel like it's something else. That's why, of course, in society, people get in arguments, because if they're seeing something one way, they're going to stick by that. If she's seeing something one way, if he's seeing something one way, and people can't come to an agreement, it's always going to be, well, we're going to agree to disagree. He is very, very adamant that this is being blown out of proportion. But it's coming off as very dismissive. That's the problem with this energy that even I'm having in this reading. Okay. He also feels like everything that he has done in 2020 is being thrown in the garbage because of this. So this is actually him just saying everything is over. I'm just going to wrap it up, retire, and be with my family. This is social media, the Knight of Swords. This is social media attacking, doing what social media does best when you are in the wrong. The Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, followed by the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So will he be serving time? Will he be serving time? Will he be serving time? That's the thing. It's hard to... They're going to have a hard time giving him time. They're going to have a hard time locking him up because they don't have... I'm seeing intuitively they don't have a lot of proof. This is a lot about a testimony. This is a lot about this is what happened to me. This is what happened to me, and this is someone expressing their story, basically. However, they don't have too much evidence to really put him in. Okay? Six of Cups, and from what it looks like, it happened a long time ago. So this isn't the first time that women felt like, oh, he's a little this and that. He's like very flirty. So behind the scenes, he's very much of a ladies' man. He's very charming, and he's very touchy-feely. And I've met people that are very touchy-feely, and I just, there's just people like I just don't really hang around with. But when you work with someone that's kind of like they're always giving you a hug, they're always kissing you on the cheek, they're always trying to hold your hand, it can just be very like invasive and all of that. So I can understand. I get it. I completely understand. We have the Magician. This was long overdue, especially with the Magician card. This manifested, definitely. So, is he guilty? I'm just going to pull a card. Is he guilty? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he guilty? We have the Temperance, the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles. Last card. We have the Six of Wands. We have the back of the energy, the Queen of Swords. This is very tricky. This is another reason why I don't really like pulling for politics and people that have political power, because when I tell you it's always an episode of Scandal. Have you guys ever seen the show Scandal or Kerry Washington? That was one of my favorite shows, but back when it was on. And when I tell you it was always so many twists and turns, that's exactly how it is in the political industry. There's so many twists and turns. There's so many people wearing a false mask. And I have to be honest, there's victims here, but there's also major players in this too. This isn't very... There's major players here. Even though I don't feel that he's 100% innocent, there's definitely some puppet master pulling going on, and that's just what I'm seeing. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm not saying that their story is not true, but there's a lot of, hey, this is something that happened. You need to say your story. An enemy of an enemy is a friend. There's a vibe here. Like, if you can tell your story, this is really going to help me with this, and this. So there's definitely some major players behind the scenes. And interesting enough, he knows that. That's why he resigned. Because he didn't want to resign. Especially with the Six of Wands here. He didn't want to resign. But he knew that he had to because he wasn't going to win in the way that he needed to win. So he feels that he didn't do what they're saying. But intuition and the energy of this reading is saying very flirty. That's the vibe. And when you work with other people and you're flirty, it's inappropriate. Okay? Especially with the Queen of Swords. So this is the women putting their foot down. So. And this isn't new. This isn't Politicians have always had their hand in the cookie jar in one way or another in the past. It's just now that we're in the digital age, you can't hide and you will be held accountable. Whereas back then, a lot of these powerful men would do their shit and they wouldn't be held accountable. So this is just the energy of holding yourselves accountable. This is the energy of nobody can hide and nobody is beyond reproach. I said this in my last reading for the baby. Nobody is safe in a sense of, because you're powerful, you can do whatever you want. You can get cussed out. You can get cussed out. You can get cussed out. I can get cussed out. Everybody can get cussed out. We literally have a device in our hands where if we see our president, our leader, our king saying something crazy, we can send a message on how we feel about it. We can cuss them out. We can do whatever we want to do. Whereas back in the day, if you even say something out of line, out of pocket, you get knocked upside the head by a security guard. Now, no. If you do something, somebody that you've never met before is going to tell you about yourself. So this is the age that we're living in. So everything that you do, there is a consequence for it. And that was always the case back in the day, but it has amplified now because we have access to everybody. Right now, me doing this video, this is access to my energy. Me liking a comment, reading it, that's access that I have to your energy. Y'all feel me? Celebrities, when they post, when they show their intimate life, we are basically in their energy because they give us access to it. So if you do something, we have access to call you out on it. It's not like you do stuff and then the police finds out and then you get questioned and then you get locked up and you don't get to hear what people are saying in a deep way. You heard the outroar, but now it's literally at your front doorstep. People could message you and say you're a terrible person. You're nasty for what you did. Whereas back then, that wasn't the case. So that's what he's experiencing. He had to resign. He didn't want to, but he did. Yeah, here's another woman. So there's something definitely happened where they felt insulted. This is him walking away. He was approached to become the president. That's the thing. He was approached. He was approached. And from this energy, the pressure that's on him, he could have won, basically. But he didn't want it. However, it was asked of him. He still didn't want it. And he had enemies. And he also had this past of being very flirty. So here we are. I'm not seeing prison time, but I am seeing a deal. I am seeing money being paid out. I am seeing this being quietly handled. And I do feel like his political career is done. And he has accepted that. And he's going to go forward. And that's the energy. But what I will say is there are people behind the scenes that are definitely amplifying this because they don't want him gaining any more power. They don't. Now, I know that he has a brother that's also in politics. I want to pull, how will this affect him? Because I know when your sibling does something, people tend to look at you like you did it when it was your sibling, which isn't fair. Show me the brother. The King of Cups. The Five of Wands. The Seven of Cups. Even his career is going to be in question. Yeah, the Four of Swords. He's going to be laying low as well. He's going to be laying low. He's upset that people are questioning him about actions that he didn't do. The Queen of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's not looking very good. When scandals like this happen, it just doesn't look good. So if they even ever wanted to be more in politics, like Senate or whatever the case, people are not going to just forget this. So the two brothers that were really running 2020 and going viral and saying amazing things that we needed to hear during the whole pandemic. Now, that's not the case. I'm not saying that they're innocent or he's innocent because I don't see that the younger brother did anything based on the spread. But it's just it's very interesting. I do see that. I do notice that. But hopefully everyone guilty is held accountable for their crimes. And my heart goes out to any victim that has ever been through anything like this. My heart goes out to you, and prayers to all women. And I literally said in my world prediction video, there was going to be a hyper focus on women and the protection of women. And we're seeing that play out in 2021. We're seeing big leaders getting taken down for their actions towards women. Whether it's true or not, whether it was innocent or there was ill intentions, you will get held accountable for those actions. Because the problem is, even if that wasn't your intention, right? It's the entitlement, it's the power, it's all of that getting to your head to make you feel that it's okay to talk or treat or do something by a woman. And crazy enough, the discussion now is women not feeling protected, women not feeling like they're safe around men, and that's unfortunate. But of course, men could also feel like there are women out there that can accuse them of things that they didn't do. So it's very interesting that 2021 has been very hyper focused on the divine feminine. I really wouldn't be shocked if within the next 3 years there's going to be a hyper focus on divine feminine and divine masculine, because we haven't even touched the surface of what men go through, what men deal with. We and that will get talked about. But right now the energy is surrounding divine feminine, because it's unfortunate what a lot of women go through on a day-to-day basis, what women have to deal with in corporate America when their managers are being just very passive aggressive or trying to get their way because they're powerful. So much goes into it. But one of my predictions that I will say is that just like there is a lot of focus surrounding women rights, there's going to be focus around men rights that also didn't do anything wrong. So for now, that's the reading. That's what I'm seeing. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. And my heart goes out to everyone, like I said, that has experienced anything like this. I'm praying for all of you. I'm praying for all women and their protection. And I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up or thumbs down. Whatever you do, I deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts surrounding this reading. And I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye.